guys. For those that don't know me, I'm Abigail. For those that do, welcome back. New job back. Really nice. This was a birthday gift from my daughter. Last week I forgot. Thursday was my birthday, so that's why a video didn't go up, because my choice of birthday is to stay home and do nothing, not to go out and to make a video. So, I did some research with regard to rituals of death, and the problem is not only have you got it's a lifetime study, and you're still not going to know it all, even if you spent your lifetime studying it, because not only have you got your religious or your cultural belief systems, you then have family practices. It's so diverse, but you could spend all your lifetime studying it and still not know or be able to say definitively this is the right way. So some cultures think cremation's the way to go, others bury, and cremation's a bad thing. Some cultures, because cremation's so expensive, they bury first, and then when they can afford it, unfortunately dying costs a lot of money, so when they can afford it, they then dig that person up and have them cremated. So rather than going through the physicality of what we as humans do, I'm going to address this from what I've been told by spirit. And over the years, I've spoken to so many different spirits. One common thread is it doesn't matter what we believed in this lifetime, they can still come through. It doesn't matter. I don't know if there's a different hierarchy on the other side for religious beliefs, but I have been really honoured that I have spoken to so many different religions in spirit form, from Buddhist to Christian to pagan to Jewish. There is no distinction once they get to the other side, but it is all, they can all come through. There is no one religion that can't come through. The variety of people that come through is just huge. So what seems to be common is that when someone passes on, for a period of time, they carry on walking the earth, they go to their families, they go to their loved ones, they say goodbye, sometimes they interfere a bit, and then we go through a period of healing. After that period of healing, they're given a chance to either return and watch over their loved ones or move on to their next stage in their life. Of course, there are always exceptions. So this process normally is about 12 to 18 months. There's always exceptions. Babies. Babies do not go through this process. A baby spirit has done nothing wrong in its life. Its only learning was either to be born, or a baby just doesn't need to go through healing. They're innocent. So baby spirits, you can actually usually, the problem is they can't talk, so it's hard to have that conversation, but usually you can see a baby spirit if a baby's passed on long after you would with an adult spirit. It seems to be that maybe the church got it right up to the age of about 7. After 7, they go through this other process. Though the rule of thumb is usually 12 to 18 months, that's not always the case. I do know of spirits that have come back within 5-6 months, which is really, really quick. And part of that seems to be to give the one that's still in human form, time to grieve, by taking their presence away and then bringing that presence back when they're better able to cope with it. The thing is, I'm evolving. I'm learning new every spirit I speak to. So don't take anything I say as gospel. This is my experience dealing with spiritual beings that come through to me. Um, so whether you're dealing with someone, but it isn't a religious thing, it's a cultural thing. So whether it's a spirit for that has Aboriginal blood or has shaman blood, they still come through the same. Their vibration is a little bit different, but definitely more earthy. But that's part of how we can tell what culture someone is that vibration that they come through on. There's never going to be a definitive way when it comes to death because um, one of the things I was thinking, how would I explain it? And so if you buried your aunt, and your aunt managed to come through to people like me, she managed to manifest, you could smell her cooking, you go and say, okay, well, what was that aunt wearing? She was wearing an amethyst ring. It's the only thing we can think of. So you put amethyst in the coffin of the next family member to see if that spirit can then manifest. And if that spirit manifests, that then becomes a family tradition that an amethyst is put in every coffin with the hope that that spirit can then manifest and return to the family. There are some spirits that choose not to come back. They just don't come back. Often it's spirits who really don't have anyone to come back for. Not everyone's got a family. Not everybody's got people that they particularly want to come back for. And then you get obscure people that are so distantly related but do come back. And so there's no clear cut who's going to manifest, who's going to come back. But spirits are notoriously unreliable and can't tell the time, which makes having events with them hilarious. Yesterday I saw someone and her grandfather turned up at 6 o'clock in the morning and sat there until 11 o'clock when I saw the woman, and that's perfectly fine. Um, but we have to remember that time is different on the other side. It was arrogant of me thinking that I could condense this to give any kind of insight because you cannot. You could study this a whole lifetime and go to your grave not knowing much at all because rituals of death not only change within religion and culture and family, there's something that is constantly evolving. So it's not clear cut, and there's not a right answer. All I know is that most of the spirits that come through to me have all had very, very different um, funeral experiences, and yet they can still come through. So that's what matters at the end of the day, is that the spirit is free, the spirit lives on, and the spirit, if they want to visit, can come through. Okay. Sorry, it was a bit um, deep this week. I will try and get back on board and find somewhere nice in Perth this week. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for your time. If you don't follow me, Facebook changes have meant we've had to put the Perth WA Psychic Tarot group on private, or it just lets anybody in, including scammers and adverts and stuff. So if you answer the questions, come and join us. Okay, take care. Bye.